If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. Also, click the little bell and you will get notifications of new videos.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Jenkins Boat Works. I am Chuck Jenkins, and in this episode we're going to cut a hole in the boat. It is time to go ahead and try to put a hole in the transom so that we can get the tiller to go through and then attach it to the rudder. Anytime I'm cutting a hole in the boat, that's a bit of a nerve-wracking experience, and has to be done. So let's get started. Drill a hole in the boat. Yeah, like that. I'm down lower than I wanted to be, but I think it'll be okay. Let's just draw a line straight across there. All right, so this looks to be roughly 2 inches by 4 inches, and that's where the tiller is going to go through. And we're going to go get the jigsaw and cut a hole in the boat. Screw this up. There isn't exactly a way to put a new transom on here. We're not going to screw it up. We're just going to go and it's going to be great. So far, so good. Going all the way through. Okay, all right. Anybody that was with us in the beginning will know that this is marine plywood with mahogany veneer and then 1-inch mahogany behind that. So this transom is thicker than the plan called for. It's really stout. But my jigsaw blade's long enough to go through it, and as long as I just go slow, I think we should be able to just go ahead and cut that out. Yeah, the blade will go in there, and it does. Good God, it's smoking. That's all I need, catch a boat on fire. That wouldn't be good. That's nice. Wonder if I got any more blades. Oh my gosh. what I found. Of course, I had to go all the way down to the garage for it, but it's exactly the right kind, and it's new, and it fit right in there. And being that it's new, maybe I will alleviate some of that smoking. Quit burning. All right, don't screw it up. Third rule of boat building, don't screw it up. Maybe I can come at it right-handed. That might be a plus. Let's try that. Okay, all right, so far so good. I gotta get back up there and stay on that line. Let's try going down for a minute. Oh my gosh. This is nerve-wracking. All right, here goes nothing. Busted it again. Ha! How about that? Oh, wow. Look at that. You can see one of the dowel rods I put in there when I very first glued the mahogany together. Right there. That's cool. All right. All right, now all I gotta do is just come and get that right there. I'm gonna leave well enough alone. Do the rest of it with a file. Which I've got right there. How'd we do? 4 inches. Ooh, we're more than 2. Almost 2 3/8. It's all right. It's all right. Where's the tiller? That's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna take out more on the bottom here. That's odd, isn't it? Okay, well, I have not cut off too much. Of course, this tiller's too fat and thick back here. I'm gonna have to cut the tiller down some. This is way bigger than it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. All right. Okay, I've always known that the tiller was too big. So I've marked it out according to the plan. And I got some lines coming up the top there, and I'm just gonna narrow this out, going back through the transom and where it connects. It can only be 1 inch wide at the rudder because the rudder's only 1 inch thick. So this has got to fit where we cut out the rudder so that the cheek plates will go on the side of it. It'll make more sense as we do it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna cut this very carefully on the bandsaw and see if I can get the end of this more to a size that's closer to the plan. And this thing's not square. I mean, I think you can see it's you know, it's shaped. It's just, I hope I don't goof it up. All right. just freehanding this at this point, going through the bandsaw. You just got to be careful you don't take off too much. But I think we're in pretty good shape. It's relatively square and it's relatively straight. You probably can't see with this angle. You can see I got a little hump over here. And we're just gonna put it back over on the workbench and we'll plane this all out. Need to not do any more on the end. Looks pretty square and symmetrical with the rest of it. Let's see what it looks like underneath here. Well, I'm pretty good with that too. It's a little wide right there. Okay, right at an inch. Yeah, see that's thick. Okay. It's close. I'm gonna quit for tonight. Sometimes you get tired, you get in a hurry, you think you know what you're doing, and then you goof it up. We've got a whole lot of things we made pieces for a long time ago that now we're cutting holes in and trimming down, and it's a little nerve-wracking. So I cut a hole in the transom for the tiller to go through, and I think we're okay. It's maybe a little bigger than it needs to be, but I don't want the tiller hanging up on it either. One of the things I had to do was flatten the inner edge on the bottom on the inside and then flatten off the back edge back here. And then I've cut the tiller way down. It needed to be 1 inch tall. I'll take it off of here and we can look at it in a second. So now I've got it clamped on here to try to get an idea what that's going to look like. So it's coming through there and there's plenty of clearance top and bottom and side to side. And then I've just got it braced up here with some 4x4 to try to see what kind of level it should be at. It does come forward of the after deck just a hair, and I knew that I'd made it a little bit longer than it was supposed to be, but I don't believe it's going to get in the way, and I want to be able to grab a hold of it. The rest of the thing is that how high it comes up off of the deck. And when you look at the plan, about half of the tiller, like if you're looking at the boat sideways, we can go around and do that. If you're like at the level of the combing and you're looking at this, you should only be able to see about half of the forward edge sticking up. So I'm going to come down to where the combings are even, like that. And then you only see about half of the tiller sticking up. So I think that's about right. And so, you know, you got the plan and then you got form and function, and how's it going to work? If it'll fall off this stool will be good. So it's going through there. I've gone ahead and drawn a line on the rudder underneath, right underneath there, and then we're going to cut that off. So if I wasn't already nervous enough about cutting a hole in the transom, now we're going to cut the rudder in two. And then that piece I cut off is going to go on the top, and hopefully the cheek pieces that we made a long time ago will fit on there, but those are easily modified if they don't. There's one laying down there on the deck. I moved my mark up about maybe 3/8 of an inch. I readjusted the tiller. I looked at it 14 times before I finally satisfied with it. And I've scored that. I got to cut this off. It's very scary. Third rule of boat building, don't screw it up. I want to make sure I'm straight up and down. I think I am. Oh, heaven help me. Well, I'm straight. I'm right at 90 degrees. That's very good. Just keep going. What's the worst thing that could happen? You have to make a new rudder? That wouldn't be good. All this time I thought I was going to be in this screw where I screwed them together. I'm missing that. All right, quit goofing off and saw it in two. Oh my. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Look for the Haven 12 and a half group on Facebook, too.